So Jollibee dropped to 186.2. It was down more than 4+% for the day. What's happening to the stock? Will this end? Will the drop end? We're gonna talk more about the fundamentals and the technicals in this video. So if you want to know more about Jollibee, check this video out. Hi everyone, this is Marvin Gurmo. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and smash that bell so you get updated every time I create new content about the stock market. We're nearing 60,000 subscribers already. Thank you so much guys for everyone that has been part of this channel. So Jollibee has dropped massively already since the highs of 2019 to where it is right now. The breakdown is fully in effect. I'm going to show you the charts at the middle of this video so that you get a clearer understanding also of what the price action is actually saying and where could be the next support levels as the stock continues to break down and the stock continues to progress into its downtrend. We're going to also talk about the fundamentals of the stock, what's happening, what was their last quarterly disclosure. Is this something that will cause the company to go continually down? Is this because of Smashburger still? Is this because of Coffee Bean? Is there something else that's causing Jollibee to go lower as well? We're gonna talk also about how should you segment it. You have to remember the style of buying Jollibee. If you're an investor and a trader, should be different. You should know what you're getting into. You should know what your technique is, especially when the stock is dropping. So I hope you enjoyed the rest of this video.
Hey guys, so let's talk about Jollibee for today. Please do note that Jollibee got hammered massively again. The stock is down more than 4% for the day. It's now below 190 pesos per share. It closed at 186.20 pesos. That being said, I got tons of messages from you guys asking what's happening to Jollibee. Is it something that as an investor, as a trader, they should be concerned about? Is it something that will allow you, is this now a buying opportunity as well if you are an investor or a trader? So the goal of this video is just to give you the right insights, the right information so you get to trade with confidence, you know what you're getting into, and so that you do not rely on emotion. Please remember this. The goal of all of this is so that you get to rely based on the data, based on logic. You get to make decisions based on what your strategy is, because it's your strategy that will allow you to win depending on your timeline, depending on the risks that you're willing to take as well. So we're going to talk about the fundamentals, the technicals, and we're going to answer the question, should you buy Jollibee based on what's happening today? But I'm going to ingrain it already. When I talk about fundamentals, as you all know, we're going to talk about it from a perspective of an investor. For technicals also, I'm going to answer it also from a perspective of a trader as well. That's why you have to remember and you have to coincide that it will always be different. There will always be varying opinions from the market because everyone has different risk tolerances, timelines. Everyone has different analysis and different takes of it. Of course, people who think Jollibee won't do well over the next 1 or 2 years will be bearish about the stock, but people who are optimistic about it and think that Jollibee will do better, increase, turn it around, will be more optimistic based on what's happening from the price as well. So let's start with the fundamentals of the stock. The fundamentals, so, and I think this is one of the biggest triggers on why Jollibee has been down over the past few days, why it accelerated. Please remember that sometime last week, there was a disclosure in the third quarter income of Jollibee, and we're going to break that down even further. So if you look at Jollibee's net income for the first 9 months of 2019, so including already their third quarter disclosure, Jollibee still made money. Please remember this. People always think that people always sound that Jollibee is losing money, Jollibee is in the red, but Jollibee made 4.5 billion pesos. The thing there about that though, as you all know, the stock market is all about expectation, not just expectation, but beating expectation. The stock market is all about growth. If you're not growing, you're not as good as where you were before. That being said, Jollibee's net income of 4.5 billion is down 25.5% year-on-year from where we were in 2018. That, as you all know, again, the name of the game also is Jollibee is not the only company in the stock market. There are other companies out there that if Ayala Land, for example, is giving you more growth than Jollibee and will give you more upside, and there are other stories and teams that will give you a possibility of earnings. Of course, investors, especially institutional investors, especially companies that are there for growth and dividends, or foreign funds would look at companies that will give them a better return for a shorter period of time. Please remember this, mutual funds are there so that they can get a good return for a quarter or a year, because it's also dependent, that will predicate on how investors would want to invest in them more. So funds should be very, very effective in how they buy and sell, and they cannot hold stocks for a very, very long time. That being said, Jollibee's income for the first that being said, their income has been down by 25.5. Also, let me drill down on this. Jollibee's same store growth is at 3.3%. This has been dragged by Red Ribbon. If you remove Red Ribbon, this should have been around 3.7%. When I say same store growth, this is the growth of sales that they get, assuming that they did not put up any new stores. Jollibee's new stores contributed 7.5%, which is relatively healthy. But of course, you want double-digit growth as well. Now let's talk about what were the ones that dragged Jollibee's earnings. Please remember, the reason why Jollibee's earnings is down, it's not because Jollibee the brand, Mang Inasal the brand, Greenwich the brand is bad. It's basically because there are other segments of Jollibee's subsidiaries that have somehow pulled their numbers down. One of which was Red Ribbon. Red Ribbon already, as disclosed in the previous quarters, was not doing as well because of its commissary. From what I know, by 2020, the commissary would go into full effect and full swing. So Red Ribbon continued to lose money for the third quarter of 2019, but the losses are now narrower from 2.03 billion. It dropped already to 1.87 billion. So this is something that's relatively good. We want Red Ribbon also to be firing on all cylinders. We want Red Ribbon not to lose money but to contribute to the earnings of Jollibee. So if you notice it, looking at it now, the expectation now is this: if Red Ribbon goes into full swing 2020 and does better 2021, it will contribute to Jollibee's income, which will make Jollibee's income and earnings much, much better for the next few years. Another one, which this one I won't sugarcoat it. I really think this is one of the biggest reasons why Jollibee is down. Smashburger still bleeding money. Smashburger still losing money for Jollibee as well. That being said, supposed to say this in the commentary part, but I'll say it already now. Please remember, Jollibee did not buy Smashburger that they got shocked that Smashburger was actually losing money. Jollibee was intentional about buying Smashburger. Jollibee basically bought it with the intention of turning it around. Jollibee was thinking that if they buy Smashburger based on what they currently have, the assets that they have, the brand that they have, the taste that they have, that if they do it and run it efficiently as how Jollibee has been doing it, they could turn it around and make Smashburger profitable. But as of today, third quarter 2019, Smashburger isn't doing well for Jollibee, and it's pulling down Jollibee's earnings. But in spite of that, Jollibee is still earning 4.5 billion pesos in spite of Smashburger pulling them down. That being said, Jollibee received an extraordinary gain of 1.3 billion pesos from the purchase of CBTL just a few weeks ago. Anyways, let's continue. Just a quick plug as well. For those who want to learn more about what I'm talking about, the details, the fundamentals, the nitty-gritty, what are sales, what are EPS, what's income, how do you learn how to pick stocks, time stocks using technical analysis. All of that are in my 5 books. Links are down below. If you want to order via Shopee, Shopee has been amazing. It's an easy platform for Filipinos to be able to trade or to be able to learn. And I suggest, instead of just focusing on Shopee just to shop and buy stuff, you can buy stuff for your friends and relatives, which will allow them to also somehow learn. The best gift that you can give people this Christmas is also the ability for them to learn as well. Next, Jollibee. For the first 9 months, Jollibee has opened 290 stores, which is good, which shows us growth. And what's amazing about that story is this: 175 stores were in the Philippines, while 115 stores were abroad. If you're looking at the narrative, Jollibee stores abroad are now catching up. Jollibee stores abroad. Please remember, the Philippines is just one country, but if Jollibee expands massively to other countries as well, Jollibee creates different brands that will appeal to different markets. You will see that their overseas stores may overtake already what's happening to the local front in Jollibee. So 175 in the Philippines, 115 abroad. The thing about that now, Jollibee now has 5,863 stores. This is up 34.7%. This is pretty much because of them buying CBTL. JFC will hit 6,000 stores by 2019. Remember this. The more stores Jollibee will have, it will position them and it will place them into the top 10 fast food chains in the world. I'm saying it as early as now. Give it 5 to 10 more years, Jollibee will be in the top 10 largest fast food chains in the world. And as a local company with multinational operations, this is something that's just amazing. It's nice to see Filipino brands take over the world as well. As of today, Jollibee is now in 35 countries around the world. Here's a breakdown of their stores around the world. You have Jollibee with 1,422, both local and international stores. CBTL boosted them. CBTL has a whopping 1,174 stores, which, based on the number of stores that they have, CBTL now is the second largest brand of Jollibee. Chowking, local and international, 649 stores. Mang Inasal with 586 just local stores. Red Ribbon, both local and international, with 520 stores. Highlands Coffee, predominantly in Vietnam with 40 plus stores in the Philippines. They have 363 stores here. Yonghe King, which is a Chinese brand, there's 330 stores here. Greenwich has 282 stores. Burger King, just the local franchise, has 184. Hong Zhuan Yuan, I don't know if I murdered that name right. If I murdered it, you have 44 stores. Pho 24 with 35. Dunkin' Donuts, just in China, 7 stores. Hard Rock Cafe in Vietnam, 6 stores. I think you can still add here, they already opened for the fourth quarter of the year, Panda Express. I think you can also add here Torta Frontera. If there's 2 stores in Chicago, that adds 2 stores also to the list. So system-wide sales now, Philippines now contribute 64% sales to Jollibee's global earnings. International is now 36%. Please remember, their goal is to bring it up to 50%, 50 from the Philippines, 50 international. So they're pretty much close already to their goal, especially if Smashburger gets to turn it around sometime in the future and CBTL fires on all cylinders. So assuming that JFC's EPS would be at 5.56 for the end of the year, but please remember, guys, this is lower than their 2018 EPS. Jollibee's PE at 186.20 pesos per share would be around 33.49 for 2019. But if their EPS would increase by 2020 and 2021 respectively, 6.32 for 2020 and 7.99 for 2021, the PE for 2020 would be 29.46, while the PE for 2021 would be 23.3 as well. Now, if you're an investor, what should you do right now? Couple of things, and I've said this in previous videos, but for the sake of people who have not, who've just subscribed just now or haven't heard the videos that I've created. By the way, I have a Jollibee playlist. You can review the videos also from there. But basically, a couple of things. Number one, if you're an investor, please remember that this is not the only time that Jollibee has an investment that did not go well for them. Please remember that Deli France used to be owned by Jollibee. They sold it. That's why now it's Cafe France. Please remember, they also had a cafeteria-style brand that also did not do well for them, that they also had to sell. They also had some brands in China that they also sold out. So why am I saying this? If Jollibee does not turn around Smashburger, possibility for them is that they will just sell it. And when they sell it, their losses will be trimmed down. And when they sell it, they will also get cash in the process as well. That's one. Number two, Jollibee will turn around Smashburger. But the thing about that is this. You have 2 options. Number one, you wait a few years from now when they turn it around. However, when they turn it around more than 2 years from now, the valuations would not be the same anymore, meaning you would have to buy it at a higher price. Or, if you believe Jollibee will turn it around, the next narrative for you is you can buy relatively now, but wait up until good news starts to come in, because the stock will only go up when people perceive that Jollibee has the potential already to go up as well. So three things. Number one, you don't believe Jollibee will turn Smashburger around, then the possibilities they will sell Smashburger. You believe that Jollibee will turn Smashburger around. Your options are you buy now with the expectation that because it's slower and because if they turn it around later on, it will be more expensive, that you would have to buy it at a certain price. Now, that's from an investment standpoint. Now, for people who, like me, who love the charts, let's look at the technicals. Comment below, as of this point in time, if you like what I'm saying for fundamentals. Comment JFC if you will buy JFC more. Comment avoid JFC. Comment avoid if you think Jollibee is still not worth buying. So let's look at the chart now. So let me start with a very, very long view of Jollibee. This is Jollibee from the 2008 financial crisis. As you look at it, Jollibee has been in a very, very strong uptrend ever since, and this is its major uptrend, which as of this point in time has not been broken. But if you try to extend and try to create another uptrend here, you would notice it from a certain point, no, here, that Jollibee's uptrend here, look at it. If you try to look at this uptrend that sumakay dito sa main uptrend na to has also been broken. So the uptrend that started somewhere around 2011, that's the uptrend that got broken just a few weeks ago. It got broken last August 2019. That being said, also this 200-day moving average is still pretty much below. So from this perspective, the uptrend from 2011 has been broken as well. Jollibee already has broken several major support lines for the stock. Now let's drill in to couple of things. Number one, what I do know is this, that Jollibee is below the trend line that I plotted from 2011. Number two, 20-day moving average is bearish, showing us still that there's momentum. If you look at how slopey it is, it's showing you that there's still a potential and a possibility for the stock to go down. The 200-day moving average is still pretty much bearish. And if I add MACD here, it's still showing us that as of this point in time, Jollibee also is pretty much bearish still. No change, no reversal yet for the stock. As you all know, as you've seen it from here, somewhere around May, Jollibee crossed below the zero line, denoting that the stock is still pretty much bearish. I created a video about that, showing the different sell signals that happened to Jollibee. But that being said, let me show you RSI let us check how oversold the stock is already. So Jollibee is pretty much oversold, but for quick traders, there's still no buy signal yet still, because at the end of the day, one way for you to be able to determine areas to come in for Jollibee using RSI is you see an RSI cross up. As of this point in time, we still don't have an RSI cross up as well. As of this time, also Jollibee is still hitting 3 consecutive large red candles that's showing you large amounts of selling for the stock. That being said, allow me to also add the support and resistances already for the stock. So as you all know, you have a resistance here, you have another resistance here, you have another resistance here, then you have this, then you can also add this to the mix. So if I try to segment it, I could try to put one more around this area. If I'll try to zoom in, this is what you see. I'll try to remove the RSI so you get to analyze it better. I'll also remove this trend line so you get to analyze it easier as well, so hindi siya masyado nakakalito. So possible narrative is this: Jollibee broke this support level. That being said, the next possible support where Jollibee could possibly go, and if I'll try to put a short one here, no, somewhere around this level, it could go to around the 171 to 172 level for the short term. So please remember, a support is not just a price; it's a price range. So you could expect that there could be some buying around this particular time frame, this particular area. So should Jollibee experience some buying, at the end of the day, it's already oversold. So Jollibee experience some buying. The possible narrative, no, if selling continues still, possible narratives, it could retrace somewhere around here to the 176, 172 levels. If it bounces off of that, the possible trade scenario is it will go back here and it will try to attack this level. So that being said, this particular range is around 20+% should it drop to the 170 to 176 level. But here's what I'll say. From a position trading standpoint, Jollibee really hasn't reversed yet. It hasn't broken out from the downtrend that it's trying to build. No? So I'll try to remove all of these lines first. So from a position trading standpoint, when I would try to zoom in and move closer for you guys to see, if I plot this as a downtrend, it really hasn't gotten out of this downtrend yet. So if you're a position trader, no reversal signal yet for the stock, no need to buy yet. If you are a person who's a position trader also looking at the 200-day moving average, if you look at it, it's still a great way off from it. No need to buy as of this point in time. If you're a quick trader, my suggestion is you wait for it until it hits the support level and you see an RSI cross up, and that could be a combination for you to buy for the short term. So possible support that you could look at is the 176 level. Possible support is 170 to 176. If I'll try to put a shorter resistance here, you could possibly peg this, but let's see if if it goes at that direction, it will primarily depend on how strong the selling will be over the next few days. So that's how it goes for the charts. Pretty much the stock is breaking down from a quick trading standpoint. From a candlestick standpoint, the stock is still pretty much battered also by heavy red candles. So from a candlestick day-to-day standpoint, heavy red candles of selling. From a range standpoint, Jollibee is continually breaking down. From a trend standpoint, Jollibee is still in a downtrend and is still pretty much bearish.
So I hope you guys had a good time. I hope this is something that added insight and information to allow you to be able to understand what Jollibee is, where it's headed, how you're supposed to analyze and trade Jollibee with confidence. Because at the end of the day, I'm just gonna continually make videos for you guys so that you get informed, you get up to date, and you know what you're supposed to do. The only time you will lose is if you deviate from your plan. The only time you will lose if you panic. The only time you will lose if you try to give in to your emotions. The best thing that you can do right now is to follow what your plan is, whether it's fundamentals for investing, technicals for trading. You will always win if you stick to your plan. You will always win if you're grounded with the right principles of proper money management, risk management, and proper timing and selection of the stock as well. So that's it for now. If you guys have any questions, comment below and I'll try to answer them. I'll try to make videos about it as well. Comment JFC. Also, if you believe JFC will turn it around, comment avoid if you think Jollibee will just continue to go down and they have no chance anymore. What's gonna happen to the stock? So that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you. Trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.